This is Elford. Now from David Woods for Stephen Carter. Carter for Matthew Rodwell. Rodwell cuts out Scott Sattler, finds Mark Geyer. Geyer gets a ball back. Then from Jorgensen it goes back to Rodwell. Rodwell back and across for Gower. Gower gets it away for Frank Pulatua. Frank's up to the 40-metre line, and that's where he's held and loses the ball. And it's a penalty. 2 men on the tackle, stealing the ball. Mind you, I'll tell you, Francis didn't have very much of a grasp on it. And Carlaw pays the penalty. It's still got to be looked at, that facet of our game. Surely there's got to be some responsibility placed on the ball carrier, more than is the case now.
One of the bad rules in the game. Just back to what I said earlier, the Tigers will want to hold their heads up here for a little while. They can't let the Panthers get into a roll with their game.
Sattler. You reckon if they give them a smell, they might come back and hurt them?
Oh, I know they can.
Played by Sattler. Now it's Gower. Arm around the head. Nothing malicious about it. And then it comes away from Sattler for Rodwell. Rodwell for Hopkins. Hopkins now out for Elford. Elford steps off that right foot, does it well. Then Hicks goes back inside. Dances around on the 10-metre line. Looks around for support. Frank Pulatua. Frank gets it away for Hopkins. Hopkins away. Here's a try. Elford. Elford scores. The Panthers are over. The Panthers are in.
And they get rewarded for perseverance, keeping the ball alive. Good support play, reminiscent of what has got the Tigers into this winning position. And they can score a lot of points quickly, the Panthers. Stepping back inside, they've got good evasion, the outside men, Elford and Hicks. They combine there. Nice pass back inside to Pulatua. He gets it to Hopkins. And crossing out wide is Elford, his second touch of the movement.
We saw the footwork there from Chris Hicks. That's what I was talking about earlier. He had no need to kick when he was given an opportunity only a minute ago. But the Panthers over in the corner here. An important kick. They're 24 points behind, so they have to keep scoring even sixes if they're going to win the football game. But it just shows what they can do if they get a little bit of ball at the right end of the field. And the Tigers are going to have to keep their heads up here to close this game out.
Elford, the try scorer, forms this combination out wide with this man taking the kick, Chris Hicks. It looks good, it's there. A further 2 points to the Panthers. Look at the flags flying. They're coming back. 31-14, 59 gone. Welcome to our viewers in the UK through Sky Sports today and through Sky Sports in New Zealand. Keep getting letters from people in the Shaky Isles telling us that they watch our football and thankfully they enjoy it. As Craig Field takes us into the next section of play. Now, which way is this game going to go? Just get that feeling that if they can score the black side and convert, they're going to put some pressure right on West Tigers. Here's David Woods turning it inside. Robbie Beckett. Beckett angles back in across the park. Gets rid of a tackler. Doyle it was. Now it's gone across for Sattler. Not held. Sattler taken down 15 metres out from the line. That was Lauder, not Doyle, by the way, that missed the tackle. Now it's Carter. Gets it away. Sattler pushes it. Very, very wide. Hopkins steps. Hopkins pulled down 2 metres from the line. Now Frank Pulatua goes for it himself, and he's held up. Gower waiting on the 4th. And he goes himself, he's over. Gower's over. Puts it down behind the uprights. He got a big decoy from Jorgo. Jorgensen was flying, but he was on automatic pilot, and Gower put it over the line.
Yeah, the Panthers, they don't believe they're out of this game. David Woods, ball back inside to Robbie Beckett. If Lauder hadn't have got a touch there on Beckett, I think he might have even scored himself. Mark Guy did very well to be there. And then a couple of rucks later, after this tackle on Penrith players, we see Craig Gower throw the dummy. A few of the Tigers believing there was a shepherd involved. Craig Gower celebrates before putting the ball down.
Well, That was just what I was talking about. At the other end of the park, there's the conversion, successful. And Craigfield carries it back more slowly this time. Now they're aware that there's big Black Panthers coming down on them. 31-20. The battle of the Cats.
One of their favourite plays, the Panthers, the spread from the kickoff as Craigfield takes the odds to it, and he gives the ball to the Panthers in terrific field position. Here they come again.
Away for Hopkins, who's done some very good things, Lee Hopkins. I didn't realise he was as good a player as he's showing me today. Frank Pulatua is busy. Now Gower away for Rodwell for MG. Back on his own 40-metre line. 31-20. A strange scoreboard, isn't it? Adamson. 10-8 the line breaks. Penrith have made the most, I should say, as Carter puts a blemish on the Penrith attack when Hopewadi comes away. 0 tackle then for the Tigers. 7-5 handling errors. Penrith on the worst side of that stat. Walker an offload, does it often. Now Georgalis, he's tackled 31 metres away from the line. Is it to be the turn of the Tiger now? That is Lauder. Played back for Mesha to give again back. In fact, that wasn't Lauder earlier, but it was O'Neill. That was Lauder. And now a little knock on. Takes the sting out of the Tiger.
I think if the Panthers are going to win this game, and let me tell you, with 17 minutes to go, they can, they've still got to defend well. They may be able to score 2 tries to win the game. It may be hard to get 3 or 4 if that's what they let happen. Now an opportunity with the ball down their own end of the field. They are on the front foot.
Well, that looked like a nothing play, didn't it? They ran a short side movement. The winger went back into where the scrum was and ran into a swarm of forwards breaking up. David Woods did well, a juggling effort. And he's held on the 30-metre line. Lucky to get that far. Carter turning it across the goal.
But the Penrith performance is improving because they're combining now the go forward with going wide. They are keeping some defenders in the middle of the ruck, and when that happens, they are finding that there is some space out wide that they're utilising.
Sattler will play on the halfway line. This big crowd urging the Panthers to keep coming back. 11 behind. It was 31-8. Now it's 31-20. As Matt Sears looks for a gap out wide as he travels to the right of the ground. Hopewadi taken down. Tackled by Beckett. The Tigers then with O'Donnell. O'Donnell for Field. Field pushing it along the line for John Carlaw, and Carlaw will play. Inside the 40, Mesha goes for a dummy half run, then slammed down by his opposite number. A couple of metres on Penrith side of halfway from centre. So centre and Mesha both on the park at the same time. Mesha passing up for Walker. Walker comes to Adamson, takes the tackle, 5 gone. Now for Craigfield. Goes for a drop goal. It's got the height and it's got the length. I'm looking at the referee and he's waved it away.
Well, I'm not sure what sign that sends from the West Tigers. They would have put them 2 converted tries in front, but gee, there's a lot of game time left in this, and I would have thought they'd have been better off just keeping the pressure on down this end of the field and gone for more than 1 point.
Jody Gould then. They're 35 away from their own line. Carl McNamara. 5 metres on his own side of halfway. Gower for Sattler. Sattler for Rodwell. Rodwell behind cross, picking up Adamson. Adamson shovels one away with a big fend. Now they're in enemy territory. Rodwell pushing it out. Hopkins with the big right hand in the face of 2 would-be defenders. And a third and a fourth. They were the same 2. Now it's across for Gower, taking a pass under pressure, puts on a sprint, goes through a gap, picks up Tony Pulatua, flick passes for Shane Elford. Elford put down 8 metres away from the line. 5 gone for the Panthers now. Gower dummies, gets it away. Elford puts a kick in. Now this will be offside. It's a penalty. Penalty to the Penrith side. Cross. Sattler. Now Gould. Got a pass out. Penrith attacking. That is Lee Hopkins. 5 out from the line. David Woods. Carl McNamara.
Still got numbers to the right here if they can just get outside the defence. Rodwell gets under one.
Now it's Tony Pulatua.
Yes.
They're in again. They're over again. Tony Pulatua. Kick to come. 31-24.
And we are in for some sort of finish here in the last 15 minutes. Rodwell takes them on, ducks under the tackle, somehow manages to get a pass around the back, and then there are 3 players up against one, and it's big Pulatua who takes Kane over the line.
What an amazing game of rugby league, Phil Gould.
You know, I said earlier that if the West Tigers could close this game out professionally, then they do have claims for a premiership. What I didn't say was that if the Panthers think they can win it, they've got to come back from here at 31-8, and they certainly have. 31-24 with the kick to come. Still 13 minutes on the clock. The Panthers are on a roll. This crowd's right behind them. And the Tigers, well, they're going to have some work to do to get out of this.
This is an important kick, this one, Pete.
Yeah, that field goal attempt at the other end, that said, I don't want to lose this game. It puts us 12 in front, then the worst we'll get is a draw. It wasn't a winning mentality.
He's got this.
Yes.
He's got it. He's got it. Yes, the flags are up. So is the crowd. 67 minutes gone. 31-26. The Tigers hanging on. So we come back to do it again. Tigers led 13-8 at halftime. 13-8 they led at the break. The West Tigers, they went to a lead of 31-8. They scored 3 tries in about 5 minutes, and then the Panthers started to reply. Now it's 31-26. The Panthers 5 points in arrears. Pulatua, he's lost it, it'll be a penalty. 2 men in the tackle, hand on the football. Girdler's starting to realise the 2 points can be got.
Well, that's about the 3rd time in this half of football we've seen the Tigers guilty of stripping at the ball. Duckworth here pulling at Pulatua. No doubt that that's a penalty. More possession to the Panthers. Deep inside, or now 30 metres out from the Tigers line. Here they come, the team in black.
Okay, so Gower plays it. McNamara takes it ahead. Andrew, a comment from the sideline.
Yeah, if you want to get a gauge, just have a look at the 2 benches. The Panthers, we saw Ryan Girdler, he's up on his toes. The Tigers bench, they've gone all quiet. It was high fives about 15 minutes ago.
So Jody Gould plays the ball. They're inside the 20-metre line. Now it's away from Rodwell. Rodwell finding Sattler. Sattler finding Beckett. Beckett not held. Takes it to the 10-metre line. Gower. And now Rodwell. Rodwell away for Cross. Cross on for Pulatua. Pulatua, he's over again. Tony Pulatua, he's over again. Try, another try.
Well, I can't remember the last time I saw a game like this. They are falling apart, the Tigers. Running at will, the Panthers now. Just busting out of tackles. This is ridiculous play. There's no doubt in the mind of the referee that it's a penalty, and how Ben Duckworth would get up complaining, he made it so obvious, and that gave the Panthers field position. As we come wide, we freeze it there. You can see that they just had so many players there. Joel Kane decided to stay out with 2 other Penrith players, and Pulatua had enough strength to get through the one attempted tackle coming across in cover defence. That was from Carlaw.
Well, if you thought the previous attempt at conversion was important, how important is this from Chris Hicks now?
The moment that Pulatua scored, Chris Hicks put his hands on his head His eyes went to the heavens. He said, I've got to do this again. He's had 2-3 kicks from his bad side of the field. He's slotted them all. Now he's got one to put his team in front, right from the sideline. Chris Hicks.
I still think he'd want it closer to the sideline than next to the post.
21 out, 2 in from touch. It's coming around, he's going to get it! He's going to get it! He's got it! He's got it! 32-31! The Panthers are in front!